Hello Pisces, how are you? Welcome to your April 2016 Love and General Tarot card readings. Thanks for joining me. Really quick, I wanted to do a quick shout out to a very, very dear friend of mine who just started her own channel, Shooting Stars Tarot. She's a personal friend of mine that I've known for a very long time, and she is one of the reasons and inspirations behind my channel as well. So definitely be sure to check her out. Again, Shooting Stars Tarot. Okay. Oh, one more thing. I am going to be using my Tarot of Delphi deck that I used back in February for just the general reading, just to kind of shake it up a little bit. So here we go. Pisces, April, love reading. Go. Pisces. Okay. Five of Swords. Two of Wands. Very interesting. A lot of pentacles for you, my goodness. I mean, I'm having a difficult time deciding where to start. But ultimately, I think I'll just start here in the, the center. I think let me just tell you one thing that I'm just really noticing is you have like a lot of lower cards, right? One major arcana, like an ace, a 7, 4, they're not like big cards. So I'm wondering if the energies aren't, not to say they're not significant or they're not powerful, but I'm wondering if you're just really undergoing a lot of like movement right now, even though there might feel like there's a lack thereof, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But I think there is a lot of movement in your life. There's a lot of like pensiveness, but also maybe a little bit of hesitation to embrace that change or to embrace those things. I'll just go ahead and get right in. The Five of Swords, that is a card of like empty battles and fights not worth fighting, and hanging on to something that's really just not worth hanging on to. And that being directly connected with the Four of Pentacles tells me that maybe it's an idea or your current state. Not necessarily a fight with someone or, arguments with someone else, but rather within you. Are you hanging on to something? Are you hanging on to your current circumstance? And why are you hanging on to that circumstance? What is it about where you are now that is so attractive to you that you're finding it difficult to let go and to move on and to progress into something potentially a lot more substantial? But there's the hesitancy to move forward. There's the hesitancy to actually take the next step. But you are definitely thinking about it. And maybe you're planning your next steps very carefully. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you're being just a little bit on the cautious side. I'm getting a sense that this King of Pentacles is your energy here. The King of Pentacles and all the Pentacle signs are cautious energies. It's more of an earth-like energy. I know you're water, but earth energies are very analytical. They think about the facts. They think about what the consequences could be, what the benefits could, it's like the risk-benefit analysis type of thing. And I think you are very much like embracing this energy in a positive way. But again, still it's keeping you where you are. There might be a hesitancy to move forward. With the Hermit here, I feel that it's very internalized, okay? You have like your thoughts, your ideas, and I think you're feeling things quite deeply, and you might be really considering, all these cards, it's like this whole quadrant right here, that you might be really considering your purpose in life before you act. Because if you don't have that bigger picture in place, how do you know which way you're supposed to go? And in terms of a relationship, you might be thinking, well, I'm happy with my relationship the way it is, but I know there's more, but I don't know how more fits into the grand spectrum of my whole life and my place in this universe. It's very, philosophical. It's very lofty. But truly a lot is going on in your mind. Truly a lot of formulation in terms, you're in like a planning phase in your life right now. You are definitely thinking about things. You're continuing to go to work. You're continuing to fulfill your obligations, fulfill your responsibilities, to do your duties as a significant other. You're still being a good partner if you're in a partnership. If you're dating, you're still doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. But there is a big part of you that is really reevaluating what you want and where you're going and how you're going to go about getting what you want. I think the Ace of Pentacles here indicates to me, and I like to think of this card in a love reading as like a reward, okay? A reward for something that, in the love department, this is your love reading. So in the love department, perhaps like, and I know this isn't the, proper way to really say this, but it's like the universe repaying you for something that you've been through, or compensating you for some trial or issue that you've had. And I know it's not really kosher to think about it that way, but I still do. and where you are now, I think, is there is something maybe coming your way. It could indicate a new partner. What's interesting is I'm not seeing any other parties in this reading yet, and I'll know more when I pull more cards. But there could be something new coming your way, some opportunity that might be exciting, but yet you still are evaluating. You're in a very analytical place right now. Your mind is thinking about it's very logical right now, okay? And I think you're thinking about the added obligation. If you were to move into the next phase, which I think you're not right now, you're considering it, you're significantly considering it, and you're trying to figure out how you go about doing something, how you go about moving from singledom into a committed relationship, how you go from being a boyfriend, girlfriend, to being fiancés, to having children, to retirement, whatever phase you're in. What are the responsibilities that come with that new place? As we evolve, we become better people. As we become better people, sometimes our problems and our issues and challenges, they become more substantial. It's what we call quality problems, right? And they're problems you want, is kind of an oxymoron as that is. They are problems that arise because you're becoming a better person, that because your relationship is evolving, right? It's a different set of issues and problems, obligations and responsibilities. And are you truly willing to bear that load right now? Are you willing to take more on your plate? I think right now you are very hesitant to do that. You're still fulfilling your duties, but you are like a king, like a CPA analyzing that balance sheet, right? You are really weighing your options right now, but ultimately you are at a place where you are craving more. You are craving more adventure, craving new worlds. You're formulating your future. You're visualizing how you want your life to be, how you want this person to fit into your life, where you want to go, where you want to take one another. You may even be considering like moving locations, traveling, and really, you've done a lot. You have a lot here. You are, like I said, you've built a very solid foundation for yourself. And I think right now you are viewing change a little bit in a threatening way. But yet you're still being objective about it. This is a very objective mindset that you have. You're looking at it for what it is. You're taking the energy and the effort to step back, weigh the options, and really determine how best to move forward. How do you go about making these changes? You know you want them. You know you need them. You know that in a relationship, you need, if you want to maintain this relationship, you're going to need to continually progress. And how do you really go about doing that? So, I know it's not the most romantic reading, but it's actually quite interesting because I think we all kind of go through that phase at some point where we're just really happy where we need to go, but yet we feel the pressure and we feel the desire and the need to make it something more substantial, to make it something more significant in order to really take us where we want to go in our lives. Just one more. The first one. The Tower, the Knight of Swords, and the Sun. Well, I think no matter how analytical you want to be, no matter how much time you want to take to fulfill this process, I don't think the universe is really going to let you. This is a severe contradiction, okay? This process is something it is just that. It is a process. It takes time to move through this. It takes time to acquire wisdom or to find, whatever. Doesn't matter. The universe says, nope, not going to happen. You are going to need to make changes now. Something substantial is coming your way. This is, inevitably going to happen. You can't control this. You can't foresee this. It's probably something quite unexpected. It's not negative. Please don't think it's like some terrible thing that comes in, because it's not. Honestly, whatever challenges that might arise from something coming into your life like this, always is for the best. And whenever this card comes out, I always say it, it's like the universe smacking you back on track. You just veered off course, you're unsure, you might be taking too long, and the universe says, nope, we're not going to let you do that. Okay, this can be someone entering your life potentially quite rapidly, maybe an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, someone who's very interested in you, very aggressive towards you in a romantic, beautiful way, not in a bad way. And ultimately here is the Sun. I think it's going to all work out just fine. There's nothing really that negative about this reading at all. I think you just have, you're feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit cautious, which is fine, but the universe isn't going to let you stay there for very long. It's going to introduce you to someone new. It's going to pull you into that new relationship. It's going to pull you into that next phase, whether you're ready or not. I think you ultimately will embrace it because you're considering it anyway. You're thinking about it anyway. You're trying to just figure out how to do it best, trying to be ready. But as we all know, you're never ready. It's just going to happen. So I'm going to just move on because I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in your general reading. So give me just 1 second. Let me pop these back into the deck and then I'll pull out these, okay. Pisces, the general energies. Pisces, here we go. General reading, okay. Take the 2 of coins, 5 of coins, 7 of cups, 2 of wands again, the magician, 8 of coins again, 4 of wands, the empress, and the lovers. I love it. So even though this is your general reading, there's, I think some of the romantic elements that didn't come out in that last reading are showing up here, which means I think your month is going to be very love focused. I think career and everything is just sort of status quo. It will remain as is. But be open-minded and, you know, apply it to your life as needed, obviously. Okay. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to start right here with the lovers. I love this card. It's so pretty. I feel that the tower from that last reading could really be the entry of a new love or the solidification of a commitment. And I think it's going to really hit you a little bit harder than you expect. Now, keep in mind, this can be any area of your life, so there can just be something that's meaningful to you that you might have been hesitant to commit to comes in. But because when you have the lovers, it's usually applying to the love department. And I think a lot of this is really just going to happen, like I said, as you're just going through the motions, as you're just doing what it is that you do on a day-to-day basis. Like I said, if you're in a relationship, you're still fulfilling your duties. If you're dating, you're going out, you're putting yourself out there, you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. And I think you're going to find what it is that you're looking for. Now, albeit the 5 of coins and the 7 of cups comes up in the first part of the reading, but I think this is purely a reminder. There's a little bit of mental fogginess, maybe a little bit of emotional fogginess. You might be feeling right now like you are just a little bit stuck. You might be feeling a little bit just sort of left out in the cold, like you are feeling a little bit lonely or feeling a little bit like you're kind of on your own, and you're feeling confused about the way you feel about a relationship, right? It's that feeling of being stuck, right? Are you feeling stuck, or you're hesitant to move forward, and yet you still have that longing for something more? You internally, you yourself are just confused about what it is you want. 2 of wands, though, the same as in that last reading. Okay, I say she because it's a female in the picture, but male or female, you are, while she's remaining still, this is a very active card in my mind because it's visualization, it's creation, and projecting into the universe what it is you want. And that's an action, right? That requires energy, it requires effort, it requires careful thought. And I think that you are going to find it. The magician, she, it's that bolt of lightning moment, just like in that tower, that bolt of lightning moment of inspiration or of clarity. Whatever confusion or sadness or maybe darkness that you might be feeling now, I think it's going to all be cleared up. And honestly, I think you're feeling very romantic at this point in time. You're the devotee of coins. I love this card because even though it's associated with the coins, it has an air of romance with the deep red colors of her robes, with her offering of roses, indication of love. I know you probably can't see it, but there is a statue of Venus here. And there is an element of sexuality and passion and deep running emotions here, and growing up. You know, she's a youthful person. She's growing, she's evolving. And that being directly connected with the lovers deepens the redness of her robes. You actually have, red here as well, red here as well. Your emotions are strong. They are deep as well. And I think when this hits you, this magician, this tower moment, this bolt of lightning feeling of inspiration, I think it's going to help you feel alive and feel happy. Four of Wands is that card of stability, but with this deck, I also get that social element a lot more than with the other one. It's fun. It's something to be celebrated, something to be excited about. You have an opportunity for something substantial. I know I keep saying that, but I really think it's coming your way. If it's even if it's redefining your existing relationship as it is now. The Empress comes up too, and this deck has two Empress cards: the more traditional, like the Rider-Waite, the Venus, Mother Earth nature of Mother Earth Empress, and a counterpart to the Emperor, a more military type of force, right? A little bit more of a stronger character. And I do have both in here. So the fact that the more military version came up for you just tells me your ability and your willingness to do what it takes. You had a lot of those Pentacles cards. You have the, coins, Pentacles here as well. The Eight of Coins, that's a prominent theme for you. Doing what it takes, putting in the time, putting in the effort, putting in the energy in order to make your dreams come true. You are out there, you are socializing, you are having a good time, and you will be blessed for those efforts, okay? The Lovers is just as unstoppable as the Tower. Now, I know that this is a general reading, so it can, not everyone is going to find the love of their life this month, but if it's not someone else, it can also be a new connection with yourself, a new connection with your personal beliefs, your standards, your morals, like whatever it is. I think you as a person are evolving, and you must love yourself as well. If that's something that maybe you're struggling with and you've had a hard time just being happy, like if you're totally single and you're trying to figure out why, like nothing's really sticking, nothing's really working, that commitment to yourself, that commitment to love yourself as deeply as you feel you would to another person is just as important, if not more important. So it can go both ways. So just keep that in mind, and I mean, that can really apply to everyone, to fall back in love with ourselves as well before we can truly love someone else. Normally in my generals, when they pop out, I don't take them, but I am feeling like I need to take this one because I saw it, and I just normally don't in the generals. In my personals, I do, but I do sometimes, not always. Ten of Wands and the Hermit again. Did we have the Ten of Wands in the last one? I feel like we did. Ten of Wands and the Hermit. I know we had the Hermit in the last one. The universe might not let you experience or really go through that process of the Hermit in totality. But I think it's still important. It's still relevant for you. I think it's something that you're probably going through now, or that you're really about to. And again, that's that introspective reevaluation of your life. Are you now considering family? Are you now considering settling down? On a work-related, because it is a general, let me throw it in there. Are you considering a new position? Are you considering a new career path? Are you thinking about moving into something maybe more corporate, something with a bigger purpose? And are you willing and are you able to put in the work that it's definitely going to take in order to make that career a success? Back to love, family, traditional relationship environments, okay? Again, it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to require a lot of energy. When this card comes up, it's, you know, you say that you have your work cut out for you, but it is a responsibility that you are willing to bear. Family, babies especially, are a lot of responsibility, but there's such beautiful blessings there. But again, you need to realign yourself. You need to figure it out. You need to understand what it is that you're fighting for, what it is you're working for. It can be yours. You will have an opportunity. It will present itself in some form or fashion. It might not be, you know, as exciting or as exhilarating of an opportunity as you think, or as, you know, and I don't want you to be disappointed, but just don't project, don't try to guess what it's going to be, because we can't really guess very well usually. But I think there is stability there for you. Four of Wands and the Hierophant. There is something, you know, important. There's something significant on the other side for you. This can also require a lot of energy. When you find this connection with someone, or if you're trying to find it with yourself, it can require resources. When you're going through the Hermit process, sometimes those resources can be difficult to provide, because you're really looking too much in yourself in order to be able to give. And I think that might be a struggle for you a little bit this month, is giving to yourself as much as you have a desire to give to someone else. But don't forget to give to yourself. That is important. If the Tower comes up, don't let it completely distract you from this process here, from that visualization, because ultimately this is that starting point for you. This is the launch pad for you. You can't get anywhere unless you think that you want to go there, right? This is the launch pad to get you there. While someone wonderful may enter your life, and you may find a beautiful love or reestablish an existing connection with someone, just a reminder not to let it take away from you and building and solidifying the relationship that you have with yourself. Okay? So Aquarius, I think that's, or I'm sorry, Pisces. I don't know why I said Aquarius. I think that's about it. And I wish you absolutely nothing but the best this month. And I thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next month. Thanks.